All right, I'm back and I'm going to do the binary simple for the pick two. Same principle as before, but now I'm just going to go ahead and simplify it. I'm going to go through the process so you can see how I get the numbers, and we're going to do the front pair. All right, if you didn't know about the front pair existing, there is a front pair. So what you do is you go get your numbers. We got 1, 8. Start from the bottom. You see it's 14, 15, 16. So you start at the bottom. It's 1, 8. 4, 4, 6, 9. 4, 4, 6, 9. 1, 0, 0, 2. 1, 0, 0, 2. 1, 0, 0, 2. 8, 0. 7, 3, 4, 8. 7, 3, 4, 8. 5, 6, and 2, 0. And 2, 0. All right. So, as a reminder, red increases. Green remains. And yellow decrease. Red increase, green remains, and yellow decreases. All right? Ain't gotta be perfect. So you know. What we do now is go ahead and put the numbers in. You got 1. And the 1 is supposed to be red. So you got 1. 6. 2. 7. 3. And 8. You got 4. And 9. And last but not least, 5 and 0. All right. Those are the conversions. You can go ahead and put OG for original. You're going to have the conversion right here. Step 1, step 2, and step 1. All right. We can keep that closed. So let's go ahead and convert this 1 to 8. So the 1 is going to be a 1, a red 1. And the 8 is going to be a yellow 3. Follow? The 4 is going to be a red 4 twice.
Matthew, you can take this out this bathroom.
Yes.
I got to get take you on at 12 now.
Okay. The 6 is going to be a yellow 1. And the 9 is going to be a yellow 4. Okay. The 1 is going to be a red 1. And the 0 is going to be a yellow 5. The 0 is going to be a yellow 5. And the 2 is going to be a red 2. The 8 is going to be a yellow 3. And the 0 is a yellow 5. The 7 is going to be a yellow 2. And the 3 is going to be a red 3. The 4 is going to be a red 4. And the 8 is going to be a yellow 3. And the 5 is going to be a yellow 5, a red 5. And the 6 is going to be a yellow 1. And the 2 and the is going to be a red 2 and a yellow 5. Okay?
I told Mom just heard, look. It's not funny. I'm surprised they're still up there.
I guess he didn't get rid of TikTok yet. All right, so now we're going to do this step 2 conversion. The 1 to the 4. Remember, 5 is the highest, so we got to go back 2. Remember, we go back 2. Okay? So that's going to be a yellow 2. All right? So we're going to take 2 from this 1, and we're going to get that 4. Okay? 3 to the 4 is a plus 1. So we're going to make that red. Then you got the 4 to the 14. 4 to the 1, we're going to do a red 2. And then the 4 to the 4 is a green 0. Then we do 1 to the 1 is a green 0. 4 to the 1 is a red 1. 1 to the 5 is a yellow 1. And 5 to the 2 is a red 2. 1 to 5 is a yellow 1. And 5 and 2 to the 5 is a yellow 2. Then you have 3 to 2. That's going to be a yellow 1. 5 to the 3 is going to be a yellow 2. So 12, 12. Then you have 3 to the 2 is a yellow 1. And 3 to the 3 is a green 0. 2 to the 4 is a 2. Let me make sure I got everything right. So the 1 to the 4 is minus 2. 3 to the 4 is minus 1. 4 to the 1 minus 2. 4 to the 4 is a 0. 1 to the 1 is 0. 4 to the 5 minus 1 plus 1. Then you got 1 to the 5 minus 1. 5 to the 2 plus 2. Then you have 5 to the 3. 1 to the 5 minus 1. 5 to the 2 plus 2. 5 to the 3. That's where it's messed up at. I knew it wasn't right. 5 to the 3. 1 to the 5 is 1. 5 to the 2 is plus 2. 5 to the 3. That is 2. So it's a yellow 2. Got distracted, y'all. 2 to the 5 is negative 2. Now I think I'm back on track. 3 to the 2 minus 1. 5 to the 3 minus 2. 2 to the 4 is plus 2. And 3 to the 3 is 0. All right, I'm back on track now, y'all. 4 to the 5 is a plus 1. And 3 to the 1 is a minus 2. And then you have 5 to the 2. That would be plus 2. And you'll have 1 to the 5, which would be minus 1. All right? Plus 2 minus 1. Okay? And then that spot right here is empty. This leads to the next one. This leads to the next one. All right? So now we come back up to the step 1. And for the step 1, this will be binary. This is where your binary code comes in. As you see, it starts to step up. The 20 and the 25 is on the same level, but the 21 is higher. And then the next one is going to be up on the 12 level. You'll see what I'm going to say to you, what I'm saying to you, and how it steps. It's a step process. It will form a step. And I did it wrong the first time, and it didn't form the step correctly. In this process, it will form the step correctly. The 2 to the 2 is a 0. The 1 to the 0 is a negative 1. Okay? So that's how you get that 2, 0 at the bottom. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. All right? 2 to 0 is plus 1. See how that works? 2 to 0 is plus 1. All right? And 0 to the 1 is plus 1. Okay? So they both went up. 1, 1. Then you have 0 to the 1 is plus 1. Then you have 1 to the 2 is plus 1. You see it? So 2 to the 0 is plus 1. 0 to the 1 is plus 1. 0 to the 1 plus 1. 0 to the 2 1 to the 2
Real
plus
simple.
1. So now we got the 1 to the 2, which is going to be a plus 1. And then we got the 2 to the 2, which is going to be a 0. The next up is going to be 2 to the 1. That's going to be minus 1. And then 2 to the 2, which is going to be a 0. Then after that, you have 1 to the 2, which is going to be a plus 1. And then you have the 2 to the 0, which is going to be another plus 1. After that, you have 2 to the 1, which would be minus 1. And then after that, you have the 0 to the 2, which is also a minus 1. Then you have 1 to the 2, which is going to be a plus 1. And then you have the 2 to the 1, which will be the minus 1. So now we have all the binary codes set up. So the next thing would be to guesstimate what will come next. So for this process, we're going to put it in parentheses to identify that this is an estimation, okay? So what we have a 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's highlighted so you can see 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The potential for a 0 here is possible, but it also could be a 1. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones in a row. And for it to be a 1 again is not too far-fetched. But let's just say we call this a 0. All right? And then we had 2 1s going backwards. And we're going to go ahead and call this one. Let's just zero it out just for fun. Just for fun. We're going to zero it out. So what we do here is it comes over to this segment. And this segment is where we're going to put our parentheses again. And then we're going to say that it's going to be a 2, 1. But let's inverse this 2, 1. Let's make the 2 go down. And make the 1 go up. Let's inverse it. All right. And then we're going to put it back in parentheses. But this is just the hypothesis. This is how you wind up coming up with your next number. So now we add to this portion over here. Okay. So we're saying that it's going to add 2. It's going to take away 2 from here. So we are saying that, put this in parentheses to let it know this is the guess. This is not the factual, but the yellow subtraction. So the 2 turns into a 5. And then we have to decide if we're going to make it a 0 or a 5. But we know it's a 5. And then we're going to do plus 1 to that. So that 5 turns into a 1. So we know we're looking for a 5, 1. Okay. And what that comes out to be, in this section, we're going to cover the spectrum. We're just going to put them both in there. So in the cover the spectrum, we're going to put this color purple, create a parentheses, and then the 5 can be 5, 0, and the 1 is a 1 and 6. So what you can have is 5, 1 or 5, 6, 0, 1 or 0, 6. for the thought of what could come out. So the pick 2 possibly would be 5-1 or 5-6 or 0-1 or 0-6. That's the way that the binary code works to predict or work on figuring out the next set of numbers. Y'all stay tuned, and I'll let y'all know what actually came out and what the real placement of it is later on. All right, stay tuned.